Hey, it's Josie with Affirmation Pod, where you get soothing affirmations infused with self-love, available anytime you need them.
Hi, new listeners. That came back.
That is my son making a cameo. And we have something that we do in our house. We have a reward system for the kids, and they get a point for making a mistake. I'm on the reward system as well, and I get a point for making a mistake. To some, it may sound odd, but I want to normalize mistakes for my kids. This episode is called Dealing with Mistakes and Self-Loathing. I'm going to read out a few bits of the requests that came in on this topic. Hello, Josie. First, I'd like to thank you for your app and podcasts. I find these affirmations so helpful and have already seen an improvement in my thoughts. I was hoping to suggest a topic. I keep kicking myself for making a mistake, and I did use the I am not my mistakes affirmations, which helped a lot, but I still have a hard time where it wasn't very long ago. Could you make an episode for short-term mistakes that are affecting the day or the week? Thank you. Another one said, I know I have these unrealistically high expectations of myself and can be hard on me when I make certain mistakes, but I don't have to be defined by them and believe that I'm broken or flawed because of those mistakes. Could you make an episode to help with this? Someone else said, I love the episode Being Too Hard on Yourself. Can I add to the request list a good session on affirmations when you make a bunch of mistakes at work and that awful feeling that comes with it? Thank you. And so thank you to everyone who requested this episode. It's here whenever you need it. I know it can be so tough when you're in that muddy place of shame and regret. Today, I want to share with you a resource that you can use for helping yourself through it. It's found on Skillshare, and Skillshare is the sponsor of this episode today. I want to encourage you to take advantage of the free trial that Skillshare has so you can check out Yasmin Cheyenne's class, Writing for Self-Discovery, 6 Journaling Prompts for Gratitude and Growth. Specifically, in it, she's got a downloadable printable journal that you can use as you go through her class. Skillshare is also designed to be a community where you can express yourself, you can get inspired. When you go to the project section, you can look at those who've uploaded, how they've expressed themselves. And when you're done, take a look at Skillshare's other classes. Skillshare members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes. Many have hands-on projects, and you can get feedback from a community that's actually grown to millions now. I've used Skillshare for classes on journaling, but I've also used it for classes on technology and productivity. I owe so much of my efficiency to the skills I learned through Skillshare. Come on in and find the class that will help you in this moment in your life. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/AP, and the first 1,000 people to use our link will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Receive free access to thousands of classes for a limited time. Be one of the first 1,000 to sign up at Skillshare.com/AP. And now let's take a soothing breath, grounding yourself now. Here's affirmations for dealing with mistakes and self-loathing. It's so crippling. I can't believe I did that. Someone else can tell me it's just a mistake. But for me, it feels like far more than just a mistake. And when that voice of self-hate starts pointing out every mistake I've made and criticizing me for why I didn't do things differently, I feel so down about myself. It's hard to rebound. It's easier to sit in self-loathing. I have felt so embarrassed, so judged, and so down on myself. I've given myself such painful, cutting messages. How do I help myself better when I'm in the thick of it? I even see how dwelling on it keeps me from turning things around. Yet it's so hard to pull myself out of a self-loathing state. Especially when I have to face people who saw my mistakes. I'm learning to unplug that speaker that carries messages of self-hate. I'm learning to compassionately accept myself in my mistakes and agree that it was not my best moment. Then give myself an empowering message for taking even the smallest step forward after this mistake. I zoom out to see how far I've come and how I can speak to myself more lovingly as I move forward. I recall and describe what my best moments look like. What do I see, hear, and feel? I see where I'm at when it comes to a need to have approval, to feel accepted, and to deliver a perfect performance. I also reflect on where I'm at with not meeting expectations of myself, with how I manage shame, self-loathing, and a sense of failure. I look at what else can I do? What do I do when I've made a mistake and need to coach myself through the thoughts, emotions, and reactions that come from it? I'm making the choice of self-acceptance. I'm making the choice of self-forgiveness. I am choosing self-compassion. I quickly catch myself when I am speaking in a mean, abusive tone to myself. I recognize when my self-talk is full of criticism, shame, and disrespect. I make time to identify why I react this way. I make time to reflect on how I can courageously step out of this self-loathing. I own that in my mistakes, I still deserve love, acceptance, and compassion. I may not feel worthy, and it may take time to build my self-worth again. But here and now, I am challenging every thought of self-loathing. And I see myself step out of a place of self-hate and take actions that align with self-acceptance and self-love. I practice self-compassion. I see, hear, and feel what it's like to speak to myself with compassion. I am here to recover from self-loathing and live a life of self-acceptance and self-care. I keep practicing self-compassion. I am loving me and I am accepting me. That is my gift for you today. The sister episode to this one is episode 225 called I Am Not My Mistakes. These episodes are available in the Affirmation Pod app. The app is free on the Apple, Amazon, and Google Play app stores. If you're looking to soak in the experience with no ads and no announcements, that's available for Premium Access members. Premium Access members also get over 50 bonus episodes that you won't hear on this podcast, plus some exciting new app features that are on their way soon. To sign up to become a Premium Access member, go to affirmationpodpremium.com. That's affirmationpodpremium.com. And don't forget, Yasmin Cheyenne's got her downloadable workbook in her Skillshare class, 6 exercises for self-discovery. Exercise 2 is working through regret. You can get it for free when you're one of the first 1,000 people to sign up at skillshare.com/AP. That'll also give you free access to thousands of classes for a limited time. So come be one of the first 1,000 to sign up at skillshare.com/AP. Thank you for listening to Affirmation Pod today. Now go be you, know you, and love you. This is Josie with Affirmation Pod.
Bye for now.